Oh, hi. Here I am with the Enigma at the Tommy's Tattoo Convention, Hartford, Connecticut. Oh, yeah. So, you want to tell us a little bit about what you do, Mr. Enigma?
Yeah, we're here, and I specifically am here to entertain. We're going to run the full gamut, hour-long human demolition spectacular. We've got all the stunts, you know, chainsaws, neon swallowing. It's the works, and you're going to want to see it because we take from the time capsule of 1840s to 1950s circus sideshows across the country, right here in your neighborhood.
Enigma, you're almost like a mushroom at a party. You're a fun guy.
Yeah, showdevils.com. That's where you're going to see all the images and information that you need.
Well, thank you for coming and supporting this. Hopefully everyone will get to see your entertainment and be enlightened.
Oh,
You certainly have enlightened me.
Oh yeah, it's a fun time for everybody. Come on down and get a pic with the freak.
Alright, so here we are in Hartford, Connecticut at the tattoo convention. What's your name, sir?
Chris Toller.
Alright, and how long have you been tattooing for?
And I've been tattooing for over 7 years now.
Sweet,
just recently.
Yeah, I checked out your work. You do a lot of nice photorealism.
I appreciate that, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of like my style. I've indoctrinated in the past 3 years maybe. I started off with more of a new school style and decided to stop fighting against my natural nature and just do what I was best at growing up, and that's just more photorealistic portrait style stuff, you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
How'd you learn this?
How did I learn how to tattoo or just the style?
Well, start with tattooing.
Well, tattooing in general, a lot of the guys that worked at a shop in my town I was living in at the time, I grew up with. So I've known these guys since I was really young, and they worked at a shop that was pretty busy at the time. They needed extra help, and you know, they put a good word in for me. It's all about, you know, being right place, right time kind of thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, how'd you develop and learn your style?
Well, more so, that's something that had been set in motion since I was young, I would say. You know, I always really liked drawing people's faces and stuff like that, so I think that kind of really helped me with a lot of depth of perception, a lot of the lighting stuff that you really need to know to pull off a realism tattoo.
Sure.
Yeah, so that was just young man, but just from being, you know, younger doing that kind of work. But definitely over I'd say the past 3 years is when I really started to get my niche about it. You know.
Where do you see the future of your career?
I'm not really sure, man. I mean, my boss is Danny Fowler, owner of Time Machine and everything. So.
Wow, you're lucky.
Yeah. I'm pretty fortunate. You know, I worked at a lot of, you know, less than desirable shops prior to that. But, you know, it's a really good shop. We're in the middle of Blacksburg, Virginia, where Virginia Tech is. So it's a campus town. We've also got good business coming in. So, I mean, as of right now, I'm happy there. And we just recently started doing these shows, me and Zach. So, I guess we're just going to keep on doing these, man, while the going's good, you know. And as far as any other opportunities in the future, I'll kind of just take those as they come, you know. So there's really no way to tell what the future holds. But right now, we're just having a blast being at these shows. It's really fun.
Where are you from, Zach?
We're from Blacksburg, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, small mountain town.
Yeah, what's it like living there?
Cold.
Yeah. Is there much
cold.
of an art community because you do these fantastic paintings?
Ah, well, stop it. But there, you know, there is not as much as I wish there was, but there are definitely some very talented artists in the area.
How'd you learn how to paint?
Honestly, painting is just something I taught myself. It's something I do when I'm stressed. You know, I don't have an online gallery or any sort of anything fancy. It's just I get stressed, and this is how I deal with it.
Do you have any influences?
All the big players, you know, Banksy and everything else like that, of course, but really it's just getting inspired by coming to these things and then just going out and trying it.
How do you find the time to do it? That's a big motivating factor.
Yeah, exactly. You know, each piece usually takes between 9 and 10 hours just to sit there and do the whole thing. And so it's, I'm kind of a person that likes to do the entire piece in one go. You know, I hate getting up and walking away, and so when I get started, I usually just work until I can't stand, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What do you use for references to get inspiration from?
So how the whole process works is these are all photographs, and so either I take them or, you know, get some of my friends who are better at photography than I am, you know, and then I work backwards. So from the photo, and then I kind of break down layers and make sure you can still interpret the shape into what it's supposed to be, and then from there just play with the different elements of it. You know, like this one here, you've got a lot of splatter, and this one here is more about how the cloak fades into black, you know? This is a piece that every festival Chris and I like to do a collaboration piece, and so this is the one that we prepared for this festival, and it's the Chris does all of the tattoos and I try to stay all towards the canvas, and so it's cool that we get to work together, and so this is the one that we give away, you know, during the festivals.
skin dropping, driving for a pick me up.
Joe, Adam.
Awesome. How long you guys been performing?
Off and on, in different lineups.
About 10 years.
Yeah, about 10 years.
10 years all together as a group, or?
Yeah, give or take, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Who's your influences?
I think it's so many.
I think it's different for everybody. He has a lot of punk influences.
Punk, new wave,
I
stuff.
I'm like a lot of classic and vintage rock.
Classic rock. I love Jane's Addiction. Artistic. Alternative murder rock. Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of all those guys.
We're all quite the amalgam of different styles, and we just come together and somehow make it work, you know?
For sure.
You guys have a tour coming up where people can see you in the future?
We have an album release party coming in New Haven, July 19th.
Cafe
at
9.
Cafe 9, right? That's going to be our new album, White Elephant, coming out. It's going to be out on iTunes July 1st.
Yeah, we'll be available on iTunes July 1st. Come follow us on Facebook, Tragically Said, or www.tragicallysaid.com.
Thank you, everyone, for just listening and enjoying.
And thanks Tommy's Tattoo.
Tommy,
Tommy had his last year.
Thank you.
Tommy's a great dude. Really cool guy.
Cool. Well, thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you guys again.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you, sir.
Keep up the good work.